Adventures in Retouching with Rob DiCaterino.
Hello, welcome to Adventures in Retouching. I'm Rob DiCaterino. AdventuresInRetouching.com. What do I always say? This is the fun, casual show. Sometimes I'm outside. Today I'm in the car. It's just too many birds and bugs and airplanes, and I figure let's give this a shot. See how my voice comes out, and it's fun, casual, but informative and valuable and helpful and useful. So my guests and I talk about photo retouching. We share our knowledge. We share our experiences, our career advice, like I said, about photo retouching and the retouching industry. And usually my guests do the talking, and they're the ones sharing with you. But sometimes I share too. So this is one of the times when I am answering one of my own questions. As you can see, I'm still quarantining. I have my quarantine hair here. It's getting long, but that's okay. I'm quarantined. I'm healthy. I'm safe. That's the important thing. So what question am I going to answer today? What type or category of retouching do I prefer, and why? Now, the reason I ask this question is because every retoucher's brain works differently. So some retouchers like slower paced, more zoomed in, more detail-oriented retouching where they're spending several hours on a single image, sometimes a day, sometimes a couple days on a single image. So the editorial style, slow-paced, detail-oriented, zoomed in, compositing shots from different captures, and this is stuff for campaigns, marketing. It could be in print publications. It could be on billboards. It could be used in advertising, etc. In stores, like retail displays, etc. There's some retouchers like e-commerce retouching. So the still very beautiful, still very high quality, but speed, consistency. So with e-commerce, the retoucher is not spending half a day or a whole day or a couple of days on a single photo. That just wouldn't make sense. So e-commerce, high volume, high speed, high quality, it's just a different approach. So we have a few different types of retouching, and each retoucher's mind works differently. Some like the more painstaking work, and you sit down, put on the headphones, get in the zone, and just sometimes there's a hard proof, a hard copy with acetate with all the markups. Sometimes it's digital, a PDF with the notes, with the markups. But just putting on the headphone, getting in the zone and retouching and just following all the markups, and a lot of times it's comping it. Well, this head from this captures, and it's turned slightly differently. It looks a little bit better than this head. So comp in the head, and this part of the hair has a little bit fewer hair holes, hair gaps. So use this hair from this other capture, and in the head capture, her eye was a little bit blinking like halfway. So use the eye from this other capture, and the arm, and so comping in all this stuff, and the background plate from this capture, and then comp in this other model from this other capture, and so it can get very complex. Like I said, very painstaking or whatever. So which do I prefer? I like it all, right? I mean, like most retouchers, we like a variety. We like all different kinds of retouching. So I do like the slow, painstaking style of retouching, because it is It's a little bit more complex. It's more complicated. So there's that element, that puzzle solving element to it of, you know, and the artistic element to it of, okay, I have to blend in the arm from this capture and it's not quite lining up, but I'm gonna puppet warp and liquefy and blend it in with my artistic techniques and you know, and siloing the model from the other capture and then comping him in and so it's there's an element of puzzle solving, there's the artistic element, but so yes, I like all styles of retouching, but if I had to pick one, I do slightly a little bit more prefer ecom. It's you know what, hey, it might not be as glamorous as the advertising editorial style retouching, but there's a different element of puzzle solving with ecom retouching that really just clicks with me and it just taps into my brain. So a big part of my brain is technical. I'm part technician. So finding all of the technical like best practices and the technical aspects like pixel dimensions, file sizes, transparency, aspect ratios, ICC profiles, color management, color spaces, all that kind of stuff. So the technical aspect really, you know, a big part of my brain is technical. So I love that. So e-commerce retouching allows me to, instead of like for editorial, each editorial shoot could be a completely different puzzle. So yeah, that shoot that we did 3 weeks ago, that was for this holiday or that was for this season. Well, the shoot we're doing now is a completely different look. It's a completely different approach. It's totally different creative direction because it's for this other holiday, it's for this other season. So we're changing it up so, okay, so it's like starting fresh again for the retoucher, starting fresh again. And okay, let me look at this new set of markups and this new background treatment and new lighting treatment. And whereas with ecom, once a brand dials in the creative, now let's run with it. So on set, the merch people, the writers, the producers, the retouchers, of course. It's like, okay, we've locked in this creative. We've dialed in the creative. This is what we like. This is what the brand likes. Now we can optimize. We can run with it. So I love the optimizing. I love that other type of puzzle solving where it's like, okay, consistency, on-set consistency, styling consistency, retouching consistency. So the background, whether it's a neutral tone and the retoucher desaturates it all the time consistently, or it's a tone, it's a colored tone. Either way, it has to be consistent. So isolating the subject, if it's a still life product or a model, isolating the subject from the background, treating the background to achieve consistent results. Then if it is model, then treating the skin tone so there's consistent results across the same models. And isolating the clothing, isolating the product. So if there's physical color matching, to be able to do that very quickly and efficiently. And then the image sizes, pixel dimensions, aspect ratios, crops, baselines, height caps, all the margins, padding, etc., etc., etc. So that's what I love, is the consistency, and now how do I operationalize that in the retouching world. So one way that I do that is actions, Photoshop actions. Photoshop actions, it's Adobe's way of saying automation. So it's built-in automation tools in Photoshop. and it's very powerful. So a lot of people do the basic, hey, I made an action to convert from Adobe RGB to sRGB, or I made an action to convert from RGB to CMYK, or I made an action to resize the image, or I made an action to change the canvas size, or what. Very simple one or two step actions. Well, in Photoshop, actions are very powerful. You can make a 10-step action, a 20-step action, a 30-step action if you want to, where, again, in an e-com setting, hopefully the brand has an aesthetic that the goal is to achieve consistency. So if you're dealing with consistent background tones, if you're dealing with consistent skin tones, if you're dealing with consistent pixel dimensions and crops from set, then all of those things could be automated in Photoshop. Now, that doesn't mean that you're eliminating your own job as a retoucher. That's not what I mean. I don't mean, yeah, just automate everything and now the company doesn't need you anymore. Bye. No, it's not. What I mean is automating the mechanical things that a human doesn't need to waste time on. So, yes, a human needs to set up the action because you're making judgments. You know what to do. You know how to deconstruct the image, what steps need to happen in the image to get it prepped so that you as the human retoucher can go in and do your artistic craft. You can apply your craftspersonship to the image. So let the machine get all the mechanical steps out of the way. If you have consistent neutral background tones or consistent, I don't know, pink or green or brown or orange or beige, or you can do select color range, make that into an action. It selects that. And I'm not saying it'll be perfect, but at least it'll prep the file to get you to a starting point that will save you minutes per image. Now in e-com, when we're dealing with 40 images a day, 60 images a day, 80 images a day, minutes per image, right? If you can shave off minutes per image, that's huge. That's that's the difference between, yeah, I'm pretty good. I get through 45 images a day. Wait, how are you getting through 70 images a day? Wow. Oh, you're using Photoshop actions to shave minutes off of each of it. So instead of manually going in and pathing and manually going in, whatever it is that you can automate, experiment. So that's so again, why am I asking what type of retouching do you prefer? Well, because for all of you viewers and listeners out there, maybe your mind works more in line with how mine works. Maybe your mind works more in line with like how an editorial retoucher, someone who prefers editorial retouching, slower pace, meticulous retouching works. Again, I'm just showing you there's options. If you like that puzzle solving, the mechanical, operational type of puzzle solving, efficiencies, speed, how to automate the mechanical steps in the process, look into e-com retouching. If you like the more painstaking, almost literally, solving a puzzle like a jigsaw puzzle where you're comping different body parts from different captures and different models from different captures, and then there's that option for you. So it's just all about options. So this is how my mind, this is my strength. My strength is high volume, high speed, high quality, because we still have to achieve the high quality, but what's the quickest, most efficient way I can achieve that high quality consistently at scale, which I love. I love cracking that nut at different brands and helping brands achieve that, just that efficiency and cost-effective, high-quality post-production. So again, this has been Adventures in Retouching. I'm Rob DiCaterino. Go to adventuresinretouching.com. All the episodes are on there. all different spotlights. I have 20 questions with different retouchers. So just listen to the episodes, watch the episodes, read the 20 questions, and get a sense of what you need to learn to get your foot in the door. Like, what are the things you need to focus on in the beginning? What are things you don't need to focus on? What are things to focus on if you're already a retoucher, to advance in the career and keep progressing, keep getting better, keep getting stronger, faster, more efficient, and just learn. There's so much information, new information every single week. I have new posts on there all the time. So adventuresandretouching.com. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions, reach out to me. Leave comments on the YouTube videos. Email me. I'm here to help. I'm here to answer your questions. Adventures in Retouching is on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube. Go to YouTube, search Adventures in Retouching. And let's keep learning and growing together. So thank you so much. See you soon. Thanks for stopping by. Let me know how this turned out. Maybe the car is better than outside. I don't know. Let me know. And also, you know what? Leave a comment. Get in touch with me. Send me an email. Let me know what you think. Let me know if what I said made sense. Let me know if your mind is more compatible with my mind or the more editorial, slow, methodical mind. Let me know. I'm curious. This is just how my mind works, but everybody's different. So, all right. Thank you so much. See you soon. Bye-bye.